Start off with the Express online. This one actually says road parking cowboys banned from using DVLA database to hunt down innocent drivers. Road parking firms will be banned from using tickets under a new government crackdown in a variety for the victory for the Sunday Express car park cowboys will be curtailed by bullshit. We know it's all bullshit, but they've got to distract you with something, haven't they? This scum, right next to the scum, two absolute Satanists. They've both come out and said the only way to make money in this world is to worship Satan. So they are two absolute Satanists. And if you listen to any of their music, you're listening to satanic music with hidden meanings to brainwash your children into believing that Satan is good when anything but the truth. That's anything but the truth. Brits beat Germans by booking sunbeds. Wish you were here. Now, because none of the other propagandas work, you know, ISIS and Al Qaeda and all the other bullshit, Bataclan attack and this attack and that attack and the bridge attack and because none of that's working, they're trying to drag it back to the Germans, World War II, we'll get them that way, we'll get them to divide and conquer. The Germans are as much controlled as we are. They're as much brainwashed as we are. We need to come together with the Germans, with the Spanish, with the French, with everyone, and end this bullshit that is a divide and conquer bullshit which has been like that for as long as any of us can remember. Over on the side there, PM told, get grip or face the axe. But wait a minute there. I thought she was in charge because she's the Prime Minister, so she's in charge. Who could sack her? Well, I suppose the Queen could, but I don't think that's coming from the Queen. I think that's coming from the unseen government. And of course, it's all smoke and mirrors to make you think that she's doing something wrong or right, because she's doing exactly as she was been told to do. Everything they do in Parliament is because that's what they've been told to do by their controllers, who are the hidden government. The Guardian. Hundreds of thousands at risk in squalid rented homes. Estimated 338,000 properties rented by young adults deemed hazardous. But of course, the landlords are friends with the councils, and the councils don't want to upset their friends, so it's allowed to carry on because it's all corrupt. Everything is corrupt. And until those that are working in there, like in the council, start leaking stuff out secretly, that's fine, but start getting it out there so everyone else can see that it's not the council as one big corporation. It's just these at the top that we need to chop off the heads, and that's it. It's game over for them. I was thinking, don't mess it up. Roger Federer, because he's managed to hit a ball across over a net and it's landed on some grass the other side, and it's brilliant apparently. You'll notice those that are the biggest distractions, like Federer and football and tennis and cricket and golf, they get paid, and racing, they get paid a lot of money because it's distracting the masses from what's really going on. That's why they get paid so much. If it didn't distract the masses, they wouldn't get paid anything. Williamson left firm after meeting sparked by relationship. Source close to company that employed the secretary, Gavin Williamson. Distraction, smoke and mirrors. The Times. Apparently it's first for football, so they're first for distraction. Oh, look at that big picture of someone with a cup, tennis thing, big, over half a pace, distraction. Social media firms told to crack down on grooming. New law reveals more than 1,000 child victims. First of all, fake news. There's no law. It's a statute or act, but they call it a law to get it into your mind that it's a law so you'll obey it and be a good little slave. Brexiteers unite to discredit Hammond. They may not have a clue what's going on and just think they're doing the right thing, but yeah, I doubt it. Down in the bottom there, Labour discipline row. Christian Shawcroft, Labour's new head of party they've got a head of party discipline. That means a head of control. Control your MPs, control them. Like a whip. Why would you need a whip to control them? Because sometimes they don't do as they're told, and the secret government doesn't like that. Car crash arrest. A 34-year-old man sought by police investigating a car crash in West London. I think that might be that. Might be that one where they ran a guy over and knocked him like 40-50 feet away and drove off. Maybe that one, maybe another one. Bitcoin robbery. A cryptocurrency broker who has carried out more than 100,000 online trades was forced by armed robbers at his Oxfordshire home to transfer Bitcoin funds. You can get robbed no matter what form of currency you're using. Oh dear. Charity cash missing. Now this will give you an insight into those and their relatives. Cherie Blair's sister, Lauren Booth, has been stripped of her status as a charity trustee after £90,000 slipped into her back pocket. I mean, disappeared. Russia protest. Russia's main opposition leader was detained in Moscow as his followers... Korean dispute. A committee of MPs has accused bosses of at the failed outsourced Carillion of trying to wriggle out of the company's pensions. Of course they are. They always wriggle out of everything they can. The Mirror. The #1 football pullout. Oh, right. Big distraction, mostly nearly half a page, yeah? Let's distract them with football because some are still distracted by that game. Tories, China crisis. 80,000 for Brexit access scandal. 133 babies die in parents' beds a year. Horrifying toll of sleeping alongside tots is revealed for first time. But over 100,000 children disappear into the satanic child abuse rings. But that's not important because this will distract you. Metro. Keep calm and hurry up. Effort to soothe MPs fails as May branded tortoise. And the boss of IKEA's died at 91, and Jezza will buy flats for rough sleepers at an increased price. They'll be double, triple the price they should have been because the government's going to buy them. You know, you just get so sick to bloody. Alright, so it's the eye. Children aged 4 carrying knives at school. I'll get back to that in a second, but that sounds like total bollocks to me. Miracle rescue, 6 people and baby found in Pacific a week after their ferry sank. Corbyn pledges 8,000 homes for the homeless. Going back to that first thing. Revealed shocking extent of knife crime in UK's classrooms. 42% increase in pupils caught carrying a weapon. Teachers plead for help to tackle growing problem. Hunting knives, machetes and axes are seized. South Yorkshire 150% up. Manchester 90% up. West Midlands 30% up. London 20% up. This is to try and get in line with America, where they have metal detectors on the way into schools, get you used to the dictatorship that they're trying to bring down around us right this very moment. But I know you lot can see it, but at least tell others so that they can see it, and hopefully we'll get to that critical mass of those that we need aware so we can get past this blip in our growth. And then I had to laugh at that. Picture the woman there. Good news for journalism. Trust in quality media is rising and women are getting the scoops. Well, you could have knocked me over with a feather, because that is total bollocks. Beat the Germans. Reserve your holiday sunbed for a week. See? ISIS isn't working. Al-Qaeda isn't working. The fake attacks aren't working. The false flags aren't working. Let's see if we can go back to the Germans. We've tried with the Russians and that's not even working. We'll go back to the Germans because that always works. The Daily Telegraph. Picture in the middle there. Why Hollywood vanished from Twitter. I guess it got too hot in the kitchen. Minister Brexiteers opposed to EU bill are swivel-eyed. Yeah, let's just keep trashing the Brexit. There's never going to happen, this and that. So eventually, when we do have this second referendum that we'll fix to make sure we win, it won't be too much of a surprise. No, it won't. Up to half of children obese in parts of UK. Well, I wonder why that could be. Could it be the crackdown, the genocide by the government of taking money, making sure there's no money for any of the poor? I wonder if that means they've got to eat crappy foods, which are full of sugar and fattening stuff. I wonder if that's why. No, that'd be too simple. It couldn't be that simple, could it? Could it? Put your towel on a sun lounger before you even get on holiday. You see that? They're really ramping up this German thing. Really going for that. That's 3 or 4 papers it's been in now. And that's how you know it's a plan to try and get you to angry with the Germans now. Russia's not working. Get them at the Germans. No surprise here. Doctors defend paediatrician struck off after boy's death. Yeah, because they're all in the same gang. They cover each other's back, just like the police when they make mistakes. The rest of the police cover them. It's, oh, it didn't happen like that. No, you can trust us. Look, we've got a clown outfit on. That's how it works. Hamilton in the race to buy Hero Senna's car. Lewis Hamilton wants to buy. Like, this just shows you they get way too much distraction. Lewis Hamilton, distraction. 16.5 million on a jet, have a million on a car. They've got more money than they need, and will be a Satanist that sold his soul to the devil. And you can see that by the tattoo on his neck. Church calls for ban on betting ads before 9 p.m. Although they stand to use a shitload of money because they are behind a lot of the bookies. Oh, I just added that bit in, you know. Putin opposition leader arrested to protest rally. Facebook to give users privacy checkups. We're going to make sure that you're not watching any bad news or finding anything actual real news or information out there. So we're going to give you a checkup and make sure that we wipe any of those that are giving out the truth off your feed so you won't know what's going on. Daily Star. BGT's down to distraction, TV, absolute distraction, that's why they get paid so much money. Next to that, football, another massive distraction, that's why they get paid so much money. Below that, plus the number 1 footy pull-out, yes, we've got to push the distraction. Bex is boss, another distraction, former footballer now, well, now nothing. I'll save Corrie, I guess he's a new writer or something. Well, you're not going to save it because it's already done the damage. Williams in sleazeball backlash. Shops clear shelves of his books over President's Club role. He's fully in it. He knew what he was doing all along, and I'm glad he's getting a backlash. And you want to get rid of anything you've got to do with him. Tempe at Daily Express. Superstar film Brit you've never heard of. Well, I've never seen her, so yeah. Frugal funder of IKEA Empire dies at 91. Battle to save a full Brexit. Oh, so we're not going to have a full Brexit now. We'll just have a mini Brexit where it's on paper that we've left, but everything carries on as normal, just like we've been saying all along. Meghan to break with tradition and deliver a wedding speech. Parasites. They have to get the parasites in every time they can. Financial Times. Losing our freedom. The dangers of growing up in the digital age. It's the digital age that we're reason they're losing. That's the digital age, the reason that information's getting out there, but they're trying to turn it, because they do. Everything they twist so it's the opposite way round. Battle over EU law puts Brexit progress at risk. Tories want power to vet new rules. Rules, not laws, rules. Splits on transition deal, snag talks. Yeah, because nothing happens by accident. These we talk. You ask these questions, that'll snag it. We'll cut and we'll create the havoc that we want. Father of the flat pack IKEA founder and Swedish entrepreneur dies at 91. Cameron's $1 billion China investment fund struggles to gain traction with backers. Hopefully it'll collapse and take all his whatever money he's supposed to have with him. Recycling advances fail to trim paper cup mountain. Oh, well, we better put a tax on it then, because it's a well-known fact that taxes do absolutely nothing but rob us. Just like the 5p tax on the plaggy bags. Did that do any difference to you? No. Some may take some bags with them if they recall, however most of the time they'll forget, so it's just another further way of ripping us off.